If you grew up in New Zealand, chances are Cookie Time crossed your path at some point. In a school fundraiser box, a dairy counter, or wrapped in that unmistakable bright yellow packaging. It wasn't just a cookie, it was a moment. And for over 4 decades, Cookie Time has quietly baked itself into Kiwi culture. Cookie Time began in Christchurch in 1983, when a young student named Michael Mayell baked a batch of chocolate chunk cookies and delivered 70 jars to local shops. They sold out fast. His brother Guy Pope-Mayell soon joined, and what started as a small hustle quickly turned into a business built on consistency, scale, and a simple idea: make a big, indulgent cookie that tasted homemade. Unlike many food brands that chased rapid overseas expansion, Cookie Time grew steadily at home. Production scaled up, but manufacturing remained in Christchurch, eventually moving to a large purpose-built factory in Templeton, where it still operates today. This is an important point. Cookie Time has not shut down its New Zealand factory, nor moved production offshore. Cookies are still baked locally, using imported and local ingredients, and distributed nationwide. Through the late 80s and 90s, Cookie Time became unavoidable. Those iconic yellow bags showed up everywhere: dairies, supermarkets, petrol stations, and school fundraisers. The brand didn't rely on slick advertising. Instead, it leaned into recognizability, oversized cookies, and a slightly cheeky personality, later embodied by the Cookie Muncher mascot. By the mid-1990s, Cookie Time had cemented its place in pop culture by baking what was then the world's largest cookie, earning a Guinness World Record. It was a classic Kiwi move, playful, slightly ridiculous, and oddly memorable. The record eventually changed hands, but the stunt worked. Cookie Time wasn't just selling snacks, it was selling personality. As tastes changed, the company adapted. It expanded beyond its original chocolate chunk cookie into bite-sized packs, seasonal products, and eventually into new formats. One of the most notable shifts came with the launch of One Square Meal, OSM bars, a move into functional, portable nutrition that showed Cookie Time wasn't afraid to step outside the cookie aisle while still keeping production local. Retail experiments followed. Cookie Time cookie bars opened in tourist-heavy locations like Queenstown, and later overseas, including Tokyo's Harajuku. These weren't mass expansions, but brand showcases, places where Cookie Time leaned into novelty and experience rather than volume. Another pillar of the brand is its charitable arm, established in 2003. The Cookie Time Charitable Trust has raised millions of dollars for New Zealand children's charities, largely through school fundraising programs. For many families, Cookie Time isn't just a treat. It's tied to school trips, sports teams, and community fundraising. One significant milestone came in 2023, when Cookie Time made a bold move by acquiring Mrs Higgins, another iconic Kiwi cookie and bakery brand. Mrs Higgins, founded in 1986, was known for its soft, oven-fresh cookies and cookie dough. This acquisition reunited two of New Zealand's favourite cookie makers and gave Cookie Time a new bakery site in Auckland to fuel future growth. Both brands continue their own traditions, but now share resources and a bigger footprint, ready to satisfy Kiwi snackers for years to come. Crucially, through all of this, Cookie Time has remained privately owned and New Zealand-based. It hasn't been absorbed into a multinational conglomerate, and it hasn't quietly shifted manufacturing overseas. In an era where many familiar Kiwi brands have done exactly that, Cookie Time's continuity stands out. That doesn't mean it hasn't changed. Packaging has evolved, products come and go, prices rise, nostalgia always makes the past taste better. But the core of the business, baking cookies in Christchurch and selling them across New Zealand, is still intact. So what's the Cookie Time story really about? It's not about explosive global domination or corporate collapse. It's about something rarer, a local brand that scaled up without disappearing, adapted without abandoning its roots, and stayed familiar across generations. Cookie Time didn't just sell cookies, it sold reliability. And in a changing food landscape, that might be its most enduring ingredient.